or we had parents that raised us in that old school mentality, imagine how different it would be for us. Imagine how better our generation would be. Imagine how better and respectful we will be to our elders, and how much love and respect we will have for our own culture and our own, you know, heritage and everybody else. Imagine if it was like that. 'Cause like I said, a lot of old school people, you know, they they used to tell their daughters, not all of them, but some of them used to tell their daughters that if you have sex before marriage, you're going to hell. And they said that to scare their daughters out of having sex because that was really them protecting their daughters from having sex by saying you're going to hell, because you tell somebody they're going to hell, they get scared. So so when you get scared, you do your best to stay away from that stuff. So by saying that, that was a way of protecting them from sex, to scare them out of their boots about it. So so when I heard that a few times, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, and it really makes you think. And I'm just saying that I just wish that our generation could be more like our great grandparents and grandparents' generation, because you look at their generations, they had so much respect for each other and so much love and pride and unity back then. This in our generation, we ain't got no unity. If a black person gets jumped on the side of the street, we ain't gonna pull over and help defend them. We gonna drive past and say, "Man, that nigga getting beat. He get his butt beat. He getting they beating the crap out of him." That's what we gonna say. We ain't gonna go defend them like our people back then would. And I just it's sad, but and I think I wish that our generation could be more smart and be more educated and just have more respect to our elders, and and I just when you think about that, it's like why is our generation so bad and so lost? It's because we don't have parents like that our grandparents and great grandparents did. They had parents that looked out for. Not saying that our parents don't, but they made it. A lot of them made sure that some of their kids didn't, or all their kids. They made sure their kids didn't watch certain TV shows or listen to certain music or say this out of their mouth when they was in public. Make sure they have respect for their elders. Look people in the eye, do good in school, stay away from drugs. A lot of our great grandparents and parents and grandparents did that to our parents and stuff like that. So, I just wish that, like but actually this is part two because my camera cut off while I was talking and didn't record. And the other part, I had a lot of good stuff to say. I get pissed off because my camera cuts off when I'm saying something very important, which is very strange. But, like I was saying, our great grandparents would be very proud of us if we would just, live a better life and pass on some of those old school things to our people and to our children and children's children, and because I think we lost it a little bit. We don't think the way they thought. We don't do things the way they do it. We just do it in a whole school, a whole new way, and which is okay. But we need to mix a little bit of old school and new school together, because you look at our parents. Our parents, they were raised by old school parents and old school uncles and stuff like that. So our parents are a mixture of old school and new school, and then the new school part comes from them, growing up and creating their own culture with the hip hop and the rap and stuff. So our parents and our parents' generation, they are a mixture. In their minds, they have a mixture of old school and new school things. But our generation, we ain't got no mixture of nothing. What we got is, we the iPod, Medea, Barack Obama generation. We straight up new school. We have a lot of us had no respect for our elders. We walk around the street with our pants sagging. We curse. We drop out of school. We smoke weed. We look stupid. We look like coons walking around. Not doing nothing with our lives. Not all of us, but a lot of us do. Just keeping it honest, keeping it real. And a lot of our ancestors and grandparents and great grandparents would be very upset with us if they could come back and say, "Yo, what are y'all doing? what happened to those old school tricks that we showed your grandmother, your grandmother and your mother? Why aren't you doing that? Like, why are you acting that way? Because we didn't, you know, raise your your mother like that or your grandmother like that. So why are you doing it? They probably say that because our generation, we just lost. Not all of us, but a lot of us are. But that's just my main question. What would our generation be like if we were raised by old school parents and we just had that old school mentality and we and we were taught things that we don't do today, and like I said, we'll be taught things that we don't know about today. We don't know about certain things. We weren't around back then, but still, that's not an excuse for you not to know about it. But that's all I gotta say, really. I lost a lot what I had to say in my other video because my other video cut off while I was talking, which pissed me off because I said so much good, but I forgot what I said. But that's all I gotta say. One love. Be safe.